Hello, my name is Shudley, and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3, almost at E4 there, Victoria 3 as Finland. In previous episode, we got auditing a bit more. We did get the combustion engine, so we got the oil rigs slightly more effective, but they're still lacking a lot of workers in there. I'm actually going to subsidize the building at this point. And then we've got, of course, a lot more population. We've got almost 7 million already. And we're just barely reached 1910. We should be getting the concrete fortification soon enough. And then I suppose we're building up some... Oh, there we go. The Metal Corporation has gotten a decent bit of buildings already. A lot of lead mines in Sweden, actually. Right then. But we are building up the automotive industry. That's going to take a little while before it's completed. That's going to allow us to start producing some... Oh, so that's where we get the planes and tanks. So it's 20 tanks per level. Because we need to have at least 5 levels. Well, technically speaking, 4 might be enough with the various bonuses. Because I believe since it is an industry, we will have the 20% boost in here. But nonetheless, that is going to be quite handy. Now, how's the population increasing in here? It's actually going down slightly. Most of these are moving into Ostrobothnia and Kuopio. Okay. Well, I suppose if there's demand for a lot of population in here, it makes sense. Oh, wow, yeah, this is getting 4,000. Well, I suppose we got the greener grass campaign in here, but still, that is pretty huge. Oh, and popular playwright. Are we going to get plus 10%? Or support the petty bourgeoisie, or get 20 prestige? How close are we becoming a... Nah, we're pretty far away, so we'll just get the success chance in here. Get the law passed a bit sooner rather than later. Oh, it looks like Luxembourg's having a revolt in there. Right, oh, Spain and France are about to start fighting. Actually, I think they are already fighting, yeah. So there's Spain and Confederates, Cuba and Philippines helping Morocco, while France is held by, well, they're subjects Tahiti and Perak. I think the French side might be losing this. So what's the peace deal then? Oh, Canada improved relations, that's nice. So, conquer various states from Morocco. And return Spanish South Cameroon. Right, they got the island over here, don't they? Or Morocco wants to humiliate the French Republic, enforce investment rights in Tahiti, liberate Algeria, encourage investment rights in Perak, and liberate Corsica. Oh. Alright then. Well, we might see new nations appear. Well, not necessarily new nations, but ones that haven't been around for a while. Well, that's a whole lot of railways that we're building. Mostly in Sweden, by the looks of it. Well, okay, Scandinavia. A lot of that is actually in Denmark, to be fair. So I guess that's fair. Oh, there we go. We surpassed the British Senegal, was it? Yeah, British Senegal. We surpassed them because their GDP has actually gone down. Italy is now about 5 million away from us. I think we're going to probably catch up to them. I mean, especially once we get the automotive industry, that's going to be huge. The investment port is still going down, though, which is somewhat concerning. The population is nearly at 7 million. Oh man, it's been growing very rapidly. I mean, I'm not going to complain though. We needed the workforce, so now I'm very happy that we have the workforce, and that's partially been contributing to the massive GDP growth that we've been having. We actually are number 4 in GDP per capita. Only Germany, Canada, and Scandinavia ahead of us, which that kind of makes sense. Ooh, Romanian mass migration from Russia to Kuopio and surrounding states, so that's going to be, none of the immigrants are going to go to Russia, which is nice. And there's the concrete fortifications. So the next thing that we're going to research is the military aviation, which is going to allow us to start producing some planes, which we can use in military. I think I don't actually know, now that I think of it. Hey, there we go, now it's built. So how much do we produce? It's 30 per level right now. Mass production, once we get the... Oh, compression ignition, right. So right now, this might not be producing a whole lot. And if we go both for airplane and tank production in the same automotive industry, then it's not going to be producing any cars right now. That's something to keep in mind, I suppose. But speaking of which, are they actually... the automotive industry is right now doesn't seem to be profitable. I'm going to give some subsidies in there. Because I suspect that as soon as we start having a bit of production, it might cause a bit of, demand for oil and all that. But once we have some production going on, I reckon that's going to be quite a nice boost for our economy overall. Because it's going to also reduce the transportation demand otherwise. If I remember correctly, the automotive is more effective form of the... Right, it's a free movement. Yeah, it's 3 times, or 3 and then some times as effective as transportation as the free movement. And then for leisure... Oh, aeroplanes, yeah. Airplanes are used as a little bit... Let's actually have a look. So that's for leisure needs only. For 20 to 99 wealth pops. Alright. So that's reducing service demand. Not that we are lacking in service, mind you. But I suspect that reducing the demand for... Oh. There's a huge demand for automobiles in the world market. And Russia's speech captivates the public. I'll take the plus 15% there. So if we can start exporting some cars, that could also be very profitable right now. So I'm kind of considering... Oh, actually, is this one... Oh, it is being privatized, but it hasn't been privatized yet. Of course, right now it's not really profitable quite yet, but I suppose once we get production, we can start selling some of that. There's a bit of... Let's actually have a look. So is that just... yeah, this is pop consumption. So we do have a tiny increase, or extra in production total. The productivity is not very high. But I reckon that as the production increases, the demand also increases rather rapidly. So I think this is actually going to be very useful for us. Now, we're also making a decent bit of money right now. Investment pool is still diminishing, though. It's still got 20 million, so I think we can still go on for a while. And as the economy increases, it's going to be getting more and more investment rebound there. Oh, are we already selling some of that? No, it's just whole lot of pop consumption right now. Oh, and it's been purchased by... Ah, right. Who purchased that? A financial district in... No, it's a local financial district, actually. Well. Getting a whole lot of various labourers and all that. Like, there's just so many different groups in here right now. But there we go. So production of 6... I suppose the throughput is... Oh, wow, that is massive. Where do we get all of that? So it's... Inherent value is 30% and 10% as Finland. We've got some modifier, I guess, in here. Modifiers, let's have a look. Ah. Maybe that is affected by the transportation or the railway stuff partially. But there's also 30% boost from the state itself, and I believe the encourage... Yeah, it's 20% boost from there, but it's got to have some other boosts as well. Oh, that one. There we go. So, yeah, 30% boost over here, plus then... Oh, that's going to be another 5 years still. Oh. That's going to be pretty good for the automobile production, I reckon. Right now, we don't even need to pay any subsidies because it's just so much... Oh, Russia's damaging relations. Well, that's not good. Scandinavia? Could we perhaps do a treaty? Defensive about... No, you don't really want either one of those. Do you have anyone as an ally right now? No, you've got Canada's rival. You get knowledge sharing from Germany. We got a truce for another 10 days. Okay. It's unlikely that they'll start attacking us, though. We've got good relations. But yeah, we can't get a treaty in there. I reckon they might still support us if we get attacked by Russia. Like, we've got plenty of friends in the vicinity, including Germany, to a degree. So that should be... Actually, speaking of which, how's the... Oh yeah, they've got almost 100-point advantage in the influence now, but they still need a lot more than that to actually, or so that we can join their faction. That's going to take a while, I reckon. Did we build the... Oh yeah, we got the power plant in here, just no one working there is the problem. And the urban centers are having some issues. There's only 8 workers there anyway, so it's not like it's going to be a huge reduction in there. We've got already 41, almost 42 billion GDP, and it's still increasing. Now, of course, right now, well, there's a bit of paper mills and steel mills being built, and explosive factory, and more steel mills, another furniture manufactory as well, and we got elected brokers now. Excellent. It does increase the petty porter's influence a little bit further, but that's all right, I suppose. Now, of course, if we do need money, we could just increase the taxes. I'm sure to actually do that. Oil rush subsidies. The oil will last forever. Yeah, we'll get a bit of manufacturers industries we got in there. That's a whole lot of construction work. I'm going to go and just build up another level for the automotive industries, quite frankly. Maybe even 2, because this is going to be making us a fortune, I reckon. Especially since the world market has a huge demand for it. Like 400 buy orders more than they are sell orders. It means that if we can start getting a good production going, we can make a whole lot of money by exporting the cars. I think that's going to be very useful. I'm going to go for 5 of these, actually. It might have some issues in productivity overall, but I reckon it's still going to be pretty good for now. It's 52. It's 4th most productive automotive industry in the world right now. It's It's not the even nearly the highest productivity building, but it's alright, I suppose. We've got the 5,000 workers in here already. We'll just get a whole lot of these. It's going to be privatized sooner or later, but that's also... So building this is going to allow the investment pool to increase while we are still making money. So I think that was about time. And right, so we passed the law. I don't want to go for either one of those. We don't want to go back to no worker rights. There's no support for multiculturalism yet. We'll try to go for guaranteed liberties, I suppose. No, I think the National Guard is actually pretty decent for reducing the impacts from those weather events. So I reckon we're actually done changing laws for the time being. Oh, well, they were population already at 7.3 million. So we've gotten like about nearly, I don't know, at least 400,000 people increase within a year. That is huge, but also it does increase the total throughput of a nation quite drastically because, you know, there's a lot of job openings, let's just say. But we're going to be getting a lot more production soon enough. So is the private sector building any automotive industries? No, not yet. Building some more railways and then steel mills. Automotive industries. I mean, the first ones aren't going to take too long. Or the next three aren't going to be taking too much to build. I reckon the automotive... Oh, that's 4,000 weekly balance right now. That is huge. That is absolutely insane. Now, we might also go ahead and build, like, a automotive industry over here, which can then start producing the... once we get the military stuff, so we can start producing some military things over there at Kuopio. We could probably take a bit of hit on the... Well, actually, that's going to have to get us below... Well, the loan interest rate aren't really going to be that important right now. So we can reduce the radicalism. Not that there's necessarily going to be a whole lot of people in those the levels of or tiers anymore. Political migration. Who is this fellow? Eugen the Radical. Which means that you support Presidential Parliamentary Republic. You support census suffrage and universal suffrage. Endorse right of assembly and protect speech. You endorse no police. I mean, we've got most of these things already. And I don't think we initially want to move away from the ones that we do have. Well, we'll take the prestige anyway. Sure. Yeah, so we have managed to get the relation with Russia back to neutral. So that's at least good. Oh yeah, and France is having some very hard time in this war of this. Which, one could see coming. Ooh, Congo. Now, if we were to start a annex country, Rwanda might support Congo. We would have much better troops. We got a bit of higher military. Or a higher number of fleet. And Rwanda also has... only has 12 plus 6. They might be able to send troops in. But I reckon our troops... Let's actually double check. What is the quality of the army in here? We've got some irregulars, hussars, and shrapnel artillery. Okay, yeah, this is going to be an easy war. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people interfering. So we'll just go with the annex country. And finally, we'll go on the offensive. Been a while. Anti-German League. Oh, no. No. Let's go out and mobilize. We'll put you on the advanced front. Send you down this way. I suppose what we could also do is send the fleet down here. To do a bit of, I suppose interception will do. But they refuse the demands, so we'll be taking this by force. We're having a bit of lack of ammunition and small arms right now. Lobbyist lectures in Helsingfors, so either intelligently lose a bit of political strength, get more legitimacy, or, yeah, no, they're going to get more political strength, that's fine. I'm going to try to keep them in power, and maybe they will eventually start supporting the multiculturalism as well. I think they just need to get rid of this current politician. I don't suppose I can... No, I can't do any interactions with you. We're still having a bit of lack of ammunition, but I think we'll still be in much better shape in here. I don't know if they are... No, it's just the Congolese armies in here. Rwanda is a landlocked nation, to be fair, so I doubt they'll be... Well, first of all, I don't think they've even joined yet. No, they haven't. I could sway Germany. I don't think we need to, though. I don't think we need to. I think we've got this, so we can then close off this small colony in here and get a bit more resource from Africa. Nothing massive, but just a little bit. There's also a lot of industries in here. A couple of corporations as well. I don't know if the corporations will stay. They might. At this point, I'm also going to, since we increased the total income, I'm going to put everything on steel frame construction. It might mean a lot more demand for steel and glass, but I think that's going to be something we're going to provide. It's taking a while for the troops to arrive. The fleet has arrived, at least. And there's the troops. Not all that far away anymore. But one of the things, of course, is getting access to more agriculture in here. There's a lot of tea, some fruits, cotton, some dyes, and some farms and all that, so that's going to be kind of handy. And then it also unlocks the possibility to start colonizing further into Congo, especially once the... Well, our colonization over here at Congo is not going all that quickly. Oh, Germany's improved relations. That's rather handy. Let's improve them back. I mean, currently... Oh, we went down to cultural. Okay, that makes sense. Right, our troops should be... Oh, they're marching through there. Okay, so they're taking a small bit of attrition right now. But the population is still 7.3 million, and ooh, that is increasing very quickly. And, well, actually, how much do they have population in here? It's 1.2 million, so that would be potentially getting us to fairly close to... Well, it should be at least 8.5 million, maybe closer to 9 million by the time the war is over. Although, I reckon the fighting is not going to be too difficult for us, but it's going to take a little while. And now we're hopefully getting some morale back. Organization, it is going up now, yeah. Going to take a little while, but at least they're not getting any help, so it's just going to be us versus them. And they want to humiliate me. Well, good luck with that. They might have the potential for larger army total, but... Actually, no, they got only 18 total, so we've got 25 in here already. I think this is going to be probably one of the easiest wars that we fought. But it's, you know, it's not exactly a fair fight, let's be honest. Also, 32 months away from the military aviation. Still a bit of a long distance, but I think we can manage it. Do they actually have university? They do have a university in here. Oh, perfect. The first battle should be soon. And it should be a bit of a massacre, quite frankly. Right, 20 battalions versus 15 of theirs. I think... Oh, yeah, that's... They're going to give about 10 to 1 in dead. Not quite, about 8 to 1 in wounded, I guess. And demoralized, it's about 4 to 1. But yeah, that is huge. Right, so we got 25% of Congo already. Should be a fairly quick war overall. The colony is also growing slowly. Right, improve relations with Germany. Ah, right, yeah, we got back to full relations with Germany. Oh, the fleet went... Oh, we must have defeated their fleet as well. Let's have a look. Overview, battles, yeah. Oh, they didn't have... Oh, they didn't... Okay, so that might not be accurate information. But yeah, we won the naval battle. So they should be using or losing their war support fairly rapidly already. Yeah, it's about 5 per week, 6 per week. We did win another combat. Oh, the military is basically nothing in sight. I mean, to be fair, if you lose 2 battles against me on the ground, then that's kind of to be expected. I guess it was this one. So they had 2,700 men, and we had all 25,000 of our men in that combat. Yeah, we lost 65 men, if we didn't count the dead and wounded. And that's also, yeah, that's another 38 losses for us. Some demoralized, but that doesn't luckily count as losses. So one more battle, and we will have won this war. That is about to be over, I reckon. Yeah, there we go. And we've paused that. Good. So, let's go ahead and just, Ooh, incorporate it. It's going to take a little while. We could probably do that, though. Although, perhaps we don't have to. Now, there's also... What was it again? Reset production methods. There we go. So that might get us to a bit better stuff in here. Although, I don't know if it's going to be enough of everything in here. Right, I should probably... Oh, you're going to assign strategic objectives these days. Okay. Oh, right, that's starting to head back. It's just going through the Dutch territories over here, no doubt. That's causing a bit of attrition. But there we go. That is a pretty decent increase in the population, and the yearly increases now are quite substantial as well. I think we're going to start incorporating this, actually. You know what? 21 years is going to take too much. I'm going to cancel that. There's no point in trying to do that. I would only be getting the benefits for like a few years before the game ends. Now, we've got the automotive industry here. I'm going to build another one, I reckon. And how is the automotive industry down here? Is it still profitable? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to stop the subsidies. Because they don't need it. Are we actually selling any of this yet? Or is it just... oh, yeah, we're selling some to the world market. Which I'm going to guess... actually, let's have a look at the trade centers then. How much are we making money from selling the automobiles? Exports, relative advantage are fairly small. There's actually negative profit right now. Right, yeah, advantage is pretty small. But, you know, at least we're making... Well, at least we're selling some. And no doubt it's slowly cornering the market. We can increase the production even further. Oh, yeah, no, France is looking pretty bad. I don't think Paris has fallen yet. No. It is surrounded, though. Yeah, I think the French may have price for a little bit more than they could... or taking a bit larger bite than they could chew. In that war of theirs now. Another automotive industry is going to be done soon. Investment port is losing a whole lot of power, though. Or, you know, of the money that they have. Now, how's the tech spreading to us? So there's the battleship at 71%, film at 71%, and electric arc process at 57%. So we're getting the battleship and the film roughly at the same time, I reckon. And the military aviation is a bit more than 2 years away, although we did increase the innovation at least slightly. So that is already somewhat useful. We might increase that even further, actually. We'll get another 2 over here. And then also in Corpio we're going to get another 2. So that's going to get us another 6 points of innovation, plus a little bit extra, actually. But that should get us well over 100, although the max is 170, so we're nowhere near that. But we just don't have the population to field that many universities, quite frankly. So it's going to take a little while, but we'll get there eventually, I reckon. The standard of living took a bit of a hit there when we captured the lands, but that's alright. The GDP, we're number 24 right now. So have we actually overtaken... No, we haven't quite overtaken Italy yet, but yeah, the British Senegal, of course, we've overtaken a while ago. We're not too far from Italy. Just need about 3 million. That should give us the advantage needed, and then slowly just sort of rise up the ranks here. That is quite the jump in the population, admittedly. That we got there, and it's still increasing very rapidly. I don't think there's any active mass immigrations, though, is there? Not right now. There might be some later on at Corpio. Speaking of which, the population is over 1 million there already. There's a bit of peasants, and most of the buildings seem to be more or less fully employed. Not all of it necessarily, but a lot of it is. The power plant is... I'm going to subsidize that, actually. And then what we're going to do is we'll go ahead. Is this going to be a terrible idea? This is probably going to be a terrible idea. We're going to put the electric sawmills in here. That's going to probably make it so that it's not going to be worthwhile to have this much people in here. Oh, actually, let's get the rail transportation there. That's going to reduce the workers needed, and maybe even... Oh, the chainsaws could be also kind of handy. That's going to require so much oil, though, so we'll just go with the steam donkey. That should free up a whole lot of workforce in here. Similarly, we could do something like that. Oh, no, we've got the steam donkey and rail transportation there already. I guess we could get the electric sawmills at West Karelia, and also I think it's time for us to get that in our capital. Now, we're not subsidizing any of these, so they'll probably free up a lot of the workforce because it's not worthwhile. But it also means that then more of those laborers can work at the factories that do actually make money. And I think overall the GDP is still going to be increasing. It might take a bit of nosedive briefly, but we'll worry about that. Is there... Oh yeah, electricity shortage at Corpio. Well, let's... well, I suppose we are... Yeah, we're starting to hire some people in there right now. How much do we need? Yeah, a lot. We'll need to build a few extras anyway, so we'll start building 2. The private sector is probably going to be building some as well, now that they are realizing that... Oh, they need more electricity. And they smell the cash. I'll probably stop the subsidies over there, actually, for now, because it's not really needed. For that particular reason, or that particular location anyway. So Corsica is now independent. Nice, nice. And I believe Perak got the independence as well. Down here, they're still part of the French market. They're still a puppet. Oh, maybe they didn't push for that war goal then. Oh, and India is a bit of a mess, isn't it? Well, India did get their independence at least. Yeah, they're completely independent. Oh, election season is starting. So who's going to be winning this? Oh, Finnish Labour Party? Political lobby disbanded, anti-German late. Well, there we go. The Finnish party does have about 60% of the votes. The People's Party has lost a whole lot of support. And the Labour Party has, well, they got a decent bit, but yeah, it could be better, could be worse. The rule folk are no longer influential. It's just 4 interest groups now. Sharing the power, and... Well, I mean, there's of course some of the smaller groups do still have some power, but they don't have enough to really make a difference, so... A good 80 to 90% is just these 4 groups total. But there we go. At least we managed to carve a path through here to start then expanding further inland. And they also do have a lot of productions in here, which well, some of it's going to be probably quite expensive. We do have railway. We're building another one. Or rather, the private sector is building another one in there. Or someone's building another one in there. Oh, Germany's building some railways in Kuopio. And a rye farm also by Scandinavia. And a fertilizer plant. Okay, well, I mean, the foreigners do own quite a bit of our economy, I reckon. I don't know how much exactly, but I suppose it doesn't really matter that much as long as we're not stopped it. Campaign financing. If a party can't afford campaign, should be campaigning, we'll reduce the influence of the Finnish party a little bit further. We've got the protectionism, which is not really needed. I mean, we might try to switch away. Well, no, we can't actually switch away from that right now anyway. So there goes that idea. Still no support for multiculturalism, so we might not be able to pass the egalitarian society stuff because we just don't have any support for it. I don't suppose there's any groups that are supporting it either. The Congo National Movement do support it. But the problem is we can't actually interfere with any of the movements anyway, so there's that. We have no legal capacity for it. But yeah, I believe in the next few years we should be probably getting at least well over 9 million, probably to 10 million already, especially if there's another mass immigration happening. Then we'll be... Oh, we do have a bit of radicals now, thanks to conquering the Congo, of course, but I reckon slowly the situation there should be getting better. I reckon there's also... Well, there's a bit of turmoil in there right now. But I reckon things are going to be improving, especially once we get the infrastructure levels up to date. And the population's kind of dropping a little bit, which I guess... Are those moving away? Yeah, there's a bit of migration going outwards. Oh, it's going to Finnish Congo. Oh, actually, that's perfect. Because we do need more workforce up here. They're not going very far. Socialist internationalism. The Finnish Labour Party is raising electoral campaign support from the communist trade unions in Japanese shogunate. You know what? Sure. We'll support them. Or we'll let them provide support for us, rather. Or for our Labour Party. Now, what's the government? So we're building the university still, or one university still, and 2 power plants. Beyond that, we're not doing too much. The investment pool is down to 17 million, so that's running dry fairly shortly. Which probably does mean that some of the construction sector capacity is not going to be used for too much longer. Oh, paper mills would be quite profitable. Also, the steel mills are quite profitable as well. Let's actually have a look at the market. What do we need? In raw quantities, glass is something that we need drastically. So we could probably go ahead and... Do we still... Yeah, we've got the lead mines in here. Did we have any more lead mines somewhere? We've got some in the capital as well. So I don't think we had lead mines as a option. I think we're building up all the lead that we can, essentially. We could always import some more, I suppose there's that. Let's go ahead and build a glasswork somewhere. I think that's going to be something that we'll be needing anyway. And earnings, Ostrobothnia seems to be the best location still. Maybe get one in Kuopio as well. There's a bit of infrastructure issues there, but honestly, that might still be worthwhile because we do have a lot of construction work being done there. They're getting the class produced locally. It does mean that the construction cost is going to be going down slightly. That looks at the election. So the Finnish party is still going to be getting over half the votes. And the Labour Party is going to be getting about a third of it. And the last little bit is by the People Party, or People's Party. So we'll see how that election goes, quite frankly. Oh, production agitation. Especially Falenius. Agitator, reactor movement. I don't really want to give him the ambition, so we'll just go with the extra support for the Finnish party for now. Oh, there we go. We're number 24. So have we overtaken Italy? No. Were we at 24 before? Maybe. But anyway, we are... Oh, maybe Delhi got dropped down or something. But we are slowly catching up to Italy. And then if we can just slowly rise up the ranks here, I do actually wonder, are we getting more prestige from the production? No, not yet. I do actually wonder then, in terms of especially the automobile industry, we're number 4 producer in the world, but Canada, Germany and Britain produce so much that it's going to take a whole lot of time to catch up to them. An export advantage. Oh, right, actually. We could pay a little bit for the export costs, maybe. And the tariff imports, we don't actually need that one. We're not importing any. Oh, but I do see that we are actually out of time with this episode, so enjoy this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, or check the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and next time, bye-bye.